You follow?
I do.
Good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It does come down to testosterone, huh? It really does. Just as in women, it's coming down to the estrogen. There is definitely hormonal chemical changes that you have gotten into a big chemical soup, and it is definitely affecting your biology, and it is your hormones that help in your chemical responses that make you male and female to a large degree. It is chemistry. Who else has questions or comments?
I do. Melinda.
Melinda, how about speaking real loud and clear so that people in the back of the room don't have to wonder what you are asking?
Okay, thank you. Since you speak of hormones,
yes,
I am curious what you have to say about women and hot flashes.
Women and hot flashes, yes. Well, first of all, understand that the hot flashes come at about the time when there's big hormonal changes in the body. And that is anywhere from, in normal terms, in your times now, would be late 40s into the 50s. And understand that correspondingly, the male vibration would also go through big hormonal changes at that time in the physical body. The hot flashes are surges of energy that are moving through the body. And what happens is that oftentimes women, once they pass through their hot flash stage and their menopause, they become far more powerful. They don't care anymore. They have nothing to lose. The hot flashes are signals of power surges moving through the body. Your scientifics may say that it is a result of this, and this. We would say how you frame it and how you see it is going to largely determine your experience of this. And you know, long time ago, people were old at 30. They were having children at 10 and 12. They were having children through up till they're 20 years old, raising them, and they were old by 40. They might have started menopause in their 30s. And so society has gone through all sorts of adjustments and changes depending upon the environment, depending upon the cosmic influence, and the spiritual deserving. Because what you do in one lifetime is intimately connected into how you incarnate into another. You may think of them in linear terms, but they are simultaneous. So back to menopause. Think well of it, and learn to direct it, and learn to talk to your body. And yes, there may be a little hot here and there, but there are substances and foods that you can eat or avoid to help you keep it in balance. All right? Questions?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Sonia, I have a question.
Tanya?
Sonia.
Sonia, welcome.
Thank you. I have a question about what can we do to bring back about the balance and healing and harmony of the male and female energies that have been so segregated in our communities and cultures? Is there anything? Again,
model it. Model it. Model it in all your relationships, so that whether you are married or not, or you have cousins, uncles, brothers, friends, fathers, grandfathers, neighbors, model balance in your life with the male vibration and the female vibration. And this is the only way you build it. You create your world. Your world is the world that you meet. It is your experience. It's about your news. Your world fits into the larger world. You always read about the larger world. Yet your world is just as legitimate, and your world makes up the larger world. Your world affects the larger world. You doubt that sometimes because you don't read about your world in the newspaper. You don't hear about your world on the nightly or the 24-hour, 7 days a week newscasts. Because these people are not oriented towards enhancing humanity. The people behind the media very often are just doing a job, and someone else is running it, and someone else is editing it, and they want to separate humanity. So model it, build it, focus on harmony, focus on good relationships. Treat men with courtesy. Treat them with respect, and they will start to respond in the same way. That is how people change things. You take it on yourself. And you might do a little extra homework. When you go to sleep at night, you might fall asleep and say, tonight I want to go to a big world meeting. And I'm going to speak out about the problem between men and women, and I'm really going to let it rip out there in the dream state tonight. I'm going to go to a huge, huge meeting, and I'm going to speak out and tell everyone we need to get along better as men and women. We need to trust each other. You can do this.
Yes.
You can do this. Each of you can set anything you want into motion before you go to sleep. Again, this is one of your most powerful tools that you forget to use. All right, Sonia?
Yes, thank you very
Excellent, excellent. Questions?
Hello, Pleiadians.
Yes?
Hi,
Who is it?
Daniel.
Daniel, welcome.
Hi, thank you. My question is, as things transition, will people change or humans change? Because throughout history, they've always figured out how to beat the system, find the loopholes to get their own advantage.
Yes.
Is that something that will change?
Do you want it to?
Yes.
All right. Now, Daniel, this is really important for you to understand. When you are looking at history, who's writing the history?
You don't know.
And which timeline is it? You see, you tend to think there's one history. And then you tend to think that everyone's pretty honest about writing the stories about it, and because historians are really neutral, and who are they? They're just stuffy old beings who write things down. And then here's this, quote, factual history that comes down. History is someone's story, and it's usually the victor, not the one who is conquered. Mm-hmm. And history, in your terms, not to offend men at all in any way, but it is the history as you understand it is very much from a male perspective, not a female history. It's a male's interpretation of history, which is very much about war. Now, if the females had written the history of the planet, it'd be a different story. Now, important to understand that there are many lines of history, many lines of experimentation that run parallel to each other. In other words, there's more than one Earth. There's more than one past. There's more than one present. And there's a multitude of futures that you can find yourself in. The past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. They exist concurrently. It is your nervous system and your training, your conditioning, and your beliefs that have culturally allowed you to explore the world in the way that you have. In other words, to get into machines and technologies and all such manner of things. And that you have been able to do this because you have shut out and blocked out knowledge and recognition. You want to get some water or something, please? For your cough, or a bit of banana. As banana is always a cure for a cough, in case you don't know that. So there are parallel timelines. So just by you saying, what can we do to harmonize all this? And we said to you, do you want this? You said yes. That says to us that as everything is transitioning and turning, think of it in this way. Not everyone on the planet is going to end up in the same future. Each person is going to end up in a future that best meets their own expectations. And for people who expect doom or expect difficulty or expect failure or expect punishment from God or expect whatever, that's the reality they will be in. Those people who want something different will, by their emotion, by their passion, will meet a different world. You tend to think you're all in one world because of the media. And speaking of media, we want to really emphasize a very important point this evening. And that is something we have been speaking of recently, and it is the power of pictures. The media has, in some way, taken over your minds because of the non-stop pictures that they present you.
Please, this is Tanya.
Tanya, yes, welcome.
In your perspective, can you educate us maybe on stargates?